There are several ideologies concerning monogamy. If you think about biology, tends to say that monogamy is not really a natural instinct.
Yeah.
That polygamy is more of a natural instinct than monogamy.
If you're not someone that's able to be disciplined and stay with one person, then get into some kind of agreement where someone says, okay, fine, you want to be with other people, I want to be with other people, we are together
50-50, yeah?
Yeah. We are together, but it's called an open relationship.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Because women cheat. Women, they are cheating, they are doing it. In fact, I would say they're even worse because they are so freaking sneaky about it. Because I know babes that they'll come to you in their boyfriend will literally think that, oh, this girl is faithful, but they are just seeing their girls about how they've cheated on him with so many people, and they are very smart about it. They are sharp, though.
That's why the saying is, what a man can do, a woman can do even more better.
Hi, I'm Mem.
Hi, I'm Emaidio.
And hi, I'm Mehitabel, and welcome to Truth in Bikinis.
We always strip down life's toughest issues to its core truth.
Okay, so today's topic is quite interesting. It's going to be, is monogamy outdated? Exploring modern love in a polyamorous world. So the first question we're going to ask, okay, is monogamy a natural instinct or is it a social construct? Okay.
Well, I think it's a natural instinct.
Okay.
Yeah, because evolutionary advantages. When someone come to think, like we humans, we know polygamy has to do with some set of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
So you would want to go into monogamy to avoid this conflict because you can't count the number of polygamous family that are in peace. Most of them are in conflict. So I think it's natural instinct and also pair bonding.
Okay.
That ability to bond with someone and be committed to one partner is in every one of us. So if you're having some other person, it might just be there, but there is one particular person you are bonding with. So
okay.
Well, I think there are several ideologies concerning monogamy. If you think about biology, tends to say that monogamy is not really a natural instinct.
Yeah.
That polygamy is more of a natural instinct than monogamy. Yeah. If you look at the animal kingdom, for instance, they start with the animal kingdom. Look at animals. This one can give birth with this, give birth with that one, give birth with that one, and then back in the days, we know that the kings used to have several women.
Wives.
They used to have several women, and the idea was, of course, the women couldn't have other men.
Yeah.
The idea was just have more children, but they were assured that these women are just mine, and these children, they are plenteous, and there are more children, but they are all mine. So there are arguments that monogamy is not a natural thing. It's not a natural thing. Maybe it's just some societal constructs, meant to give. But I actually feel that just because humans have urges doesn't mean you must explore all of it. Yes, that's how I feel about it.
I personally, like she said, I'm going with here, disagreeing with Emaidio. I do not think monogamy is a natural instinct. I think monogamy, especially let's say in the context of love, is a very active choice. Whether you want to be with one person, because for you to say that you're in a relationship with someone, man or woman, and you don't feel that your body naturally, you're going to feel some kind of attraction to someone else. Unless, I'm not trying to say it's everybody, but on the higher percentage, it's normal for you to feel attraction towards other people. The problem is when it's demonized towards one gender and then it's like, okay, towards, this one.
Okay, so say that thing you just said, say it in English so that we can understand better.
They demonize polyamory, right?
Yes.
Towards women. And then men, it's like, it's in our nature. But you leave out the fact that it's actually in all our
human nature. Yeah?
It's human nature to want to be with someone else. It's human nature for you to maybe get tired or bored of your current spouse or something like that in one way or the other. They like using the justification of, when a guy cheats and stuff, or the guy wants to be with someone else. It's in his nature, it's natural, and it's just that the intimacy, the sexual intimacy part of it.
But that notwithstanding, even if a man has so many wives, like you said, maybe a king, but there's this particular woman he might likely love most. And that's where the pair bonding comes in.
I mean, yeah, that's a good thing. But me, like this, I know one person, one babe like this, that she'll date 5 boyfriends. 2 of them will break up with her, and she's crying equally for the 2. And will be begging the other 3.
She's mentally okay?
I'm serious. Like she likes all of them. Like, do you get? And it's like, I even have something here that in Tibetan culture, polyandry is when a woman has multiple male partners or multiple husbands, right? Yeah. It's still something that's practiced there, and it's like something that can happen. You can like 2 people at the same time, even in the terms of a crush. Like, there are sometimes I have a crush on 2 different guys. Do you get? And it's okay. But like she said, just because you have a feeling doesn't mean you have to act on it. Think about it like this: athletes, they want to build the perfect body. They want to be healthy, right? Does that mean they don't have the desire to eat junk food a lot or relax or be lazy? Yeah. They have the desire to sleep. Like, there are some days they don't want to work out, they don't want to sleep, but they make the active decision. They say, if I do sleep, I'm not going to be up to my routine. I'm not going to be up to my regimen. My body is not going to supply me the way I want it to. My body is not going to work for me the way I want it to work for me right now. So they make that active decision. It's a thing about discipline, Let's acknowledge that the instincts are there, the feelings are there, but you need anything in life that you want to succeed, including relationships, discipline. And if you're not someone that's able to be disciplined and stay with one person, then get into some kind of agreement where someone says, okay, fine, you want to be with other people, I want to be with other people, we are together
50-50,
yeah we are together, but it's called an open relationship. Exactly. Some people do that, but we live in Nigeria, so
why things are not really infidelity so common in Nigeria if monogamy is the ideal relationship model?
All right, so like we've been saying, I think that this infidelity matter is just a character issue. So a man can, of course, we know that it's even more common with men, and these are the things that gave rise to the things this side chick matter we talk about all the time. So a man can get married, and then all of a sudden, maybe your wife gives birth to the first child, the second child, then all of a sudden she doesn't look that attractive anymore. And then you start to consider other options. And of course, 1 or 2 women outside will definitely help you progress with that.
Look more attractive.
And then before you know it, you're already outside, and then you forget all of your vows. And then you are doing it. And then there's this thing, I think it's perhaps Nigerian or African stuff, or just generally a man's thing, that a man is allowed to behave a certain way and it doesn't really raise much eyebrows. But a woman is not allowed to do stuff like that, because of course I think your wife at some point is like, this guy talks better than my husband, or he looks better, or do you think your wife is not attracted to other men? So how is she able to keep from exploring?
Yeah,
like they say. And then men are allowed to just move around and explore. I think it's just basically a character issue.
I think men just feel they are polyamorous in nature.
Yeah.
Because you'll say, right from the days of my forefathers, they were allowed to marry more than one wife. So what's different now? So they think that nature still flows in their blood, and they can decide to have as many women as they want. Maybe 1 or 2 things might make them to marry one woman, but that's still notwithstanding. They might feel they need to go out there and still flex their muscle, So that's just it. And also, the internet nowadays, they have so many sexy babes out there. And the men when they just go through and they see their kind of spec, call it spec. And when they turn to look at the woman they got married to, who was once beautiful, they might feel she's not that beautiful enough, because she might changed. The shape is not there again. But when they come to look at these ones here, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, like the figure 8, everything is just showing. So I think with that, they are really going to cheat on the woman, and so I think so.
Yeah. It is a skill issue. It is a situation of you don't have self-control. It's your character. That's a flaw. And it's like, let me tell you something about this world. You kind of attract what you are. And to any person that is like, you're not a faithful person, 9 times out of 10, your partner is not faithful to you either. And if you feel your partner is so faithful, they're probably good at hiding it. That's how the universe works.
Yeah.
That's how the world works. It gives you it gives you back what you dish out a lot of the time. And it actually never really feels. Because women cheat. Women, they are cheating. They are doing it. In fact, I would say they're even worse because they are so freaking sneaky about it. Because I know babes that they'll come to you in their boyfriend will literally think that, oh, this girl is faithful, but they are just seeing their girls about how they've cheated on him with so many people, and they are very smart about it. They are sharp. I went to church service this thing, but actually I have a guy friend that he tells me, like, I have a guy friend that they use him as like that guy that's like a lot of girls just want to like, do you guys have some fun with him, right?
Okay.
And he says that he has seen things and like these women are actually freaking wicked. Like, cause tell me why after they're done doing what they're doing, the girl is on a call. She's like, hi, babe.
And at the end of the call, I love you.
She's like, I love you, babe. I missed you. They say, how was the church program? She said, it was very nice. It was very good. And they call, and he says that he will just look and he's in shock.
Like, that's why they say what a man can do, a woman can do even more better.
Okay, so that brings us to the question. So are Nigerian women truly choosing monogamy? Or are they just pressured into it by culture and religion?
They are definitely pressured into it by culture and religion because they know the society frowns at it.
Yeah.
If the reverse was the case, I think women would have done it more than men. So religion. There's some religion.
Yeah.
If they realize a woman is cheating, most especially if she's married, that's the end.
Yeah.
Like they end her life. Like some religion, like the Islamic religion.
Yeah.
So just because of culture and religion,
Things
that's
like
right.
that.
So they are just kind of conserved. That's the reason.
Well, I don't know about Nigerian women. I think I prefer monogamy because it's too stressful to
To be having
That's stressful. How are people doing it? Like,
No, it's
you are with this one, you are that one. How are you able to commit?
everything
How are you
has
able to
advantage.
give? What advantage?
Maybe this one can buy you a car. You understand?
My God.
And this one might not be able to afford it. Maybe this one is also good. Maybe can cook. So when this one is cooking and enjoying this, and this one is spending the money, I think
multiple this thing.
Yeah, because one person can't give you all, but I still do not. I'm not for it at all. Please, I'll stick with monogamy.
In my own, like, for me personally, I am more of a monogamy type of girl, but I feel like let's remove religion, let's remove culture.
Yes.
Let's put it like this. We're born in a world where anybody can be with anybody. There's no this thing like, there's no stigma against it.
Yes,
people can be monogamous, people can be polygamous. Yeah, you're going to see things. You're going to see, because already, like, let's put in the US, there's this one woman, I see her on TikTok a lot. She has 2 husbands, right? And then
They live together.
Wow. Are you serious?
All 3 of them. She has 2 husbands, and like this is so funny. Like I always post it to my status a lot. I don't know if we can show the video, but she has 2 husbands. One of the episodes on TLC, one of the episodes, she was introducing her 2 husbands to her new boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
With like a hopeful addition to the party. And it's like, this woman looks like the happiest woman on earth. Like she's literally, her smile lights up a room. Like she's like, I'm in heaven. Do you get that's the vibe? Like, and this boyfriend that she introduced, she jumped. This guy held her nyash in front of her 2 husbands, and both of them are just like, that's the face they kept. Like,
So what we should do in the other?
Because I think if it was Nigeria, someone would have said whether they don't cook something.
Someone said, when I posted on my status, someone said that that this woman, she's not American, like she's a witch from this same village. Like,
but how does she cope? Now 3 of them, the other room.
I mean, she likes it. They
may
come
have
to
a
their
timetable
agreement.
or something.
Or maybe she's rich. I don't know.
Yeah, there's always something. For me, I think there's always something that inspires such.
But
But
we lived in a
different
world
in
where
Nigeria,
we're open to things like that more, and culture, religion wasn't holding us back. Like you see a group of people, you say, "Oh, are you guys friends?" No, we're a couple, 2 guys, 5. You'll be seeing things like that, and things like that are actually currently even happening in West, where things are
generally
more open.
accepted.
Yeah, and generally accepted. Like obviously, even in the West, though, people
Yes.
look at polyamorous people in a certain way, but still, like, nobody's going to attack you. You just live your truth, express yourself, and yeah, it really depends.
Okay.
So, anyways, to the next question. Are open relationships a way to avoid commitment, or does it represent a healthier way to love?
Well, I think
If you ask me, I just say it's just a way to avoid commitment because yes, what's open relationship? Like I can be in a relationship with you and then it's open, my love. I have this new boyfriend somewhere and then I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
it
Doesn't make any sense to me because I grew up in a semi-polygamous setting.
Okay.
Yeah, my father wasn't married to my mother alone.
Okay.
So he was married to my mom at some point and then they separated and then got another woman and then they separated
So
and got another. So it's like
inside.
So yeah, so I have and then I felt bad about it because I used to tell myself, I said, there's no way I'm marrying a man like my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, I love him, he's cool and all of that, but instead I will be single. There's no way. And so when I grew up and I found out that everybody would say men are naturally polygamous, I say avoid me. No, just avoid me because
Actually, the moment you hear a guy mistakenly open his mouth and say, as a man, I cannot be with one woman. Like, even if he says he will change, avoid. Like the moment, even if you don't hear it from his mouth, where you hear it from other people, like the moment you hear a guy is kind of promiscuous, like if the word around a guy is that like he doesn't really talk to women like that, he's a very reserved person, please, and that guy enters your life, just hold him like this.
Strong hand.
Hold him.
In the age of that you just said, my grandpa had 2 wives, my late grandpa.
Okay.
And it was not easy. These 2 wives now trying to share the love between these 2 wives.
There's always that
Never
conflict,
going to work.
Seriously.
Yeah, polygamy is like, and in a Nigerian set in Africa, this one is always trying. My stepmom used to be the type that would make sure the children have eaten. Her own children had eaten. Maybe she would just take them out with her when she's going out. They will eat very well. Then, of course, we were in the house. So when she comes back, she takes a very fine time to cook whatever is going to be eaten at home. So you can be at home till 6 p.m. You've not had lunch after school.
Wow.
6, 7. So I grew up not knowing how to eat. I just grew up an hungry child. You can be. So this is what happens in a natural polygamous setting, whether it's polygamy, whether it's polyamorous. Immediately you say, this relationship is open. Every other person can come in and go out as they want.
Mine was even different.
It doesn't make any sense.
Is that the wives both were alive, and at this point, this one might want him to eat in her house, while this other one have prepared something special.
Okay, very good.
And at this point in time, he might decide to eat with.
And that's why they don't even live long.
And the second wife now is burning, like after spending time to cook, and he's not eating. It is well, no problem. And he's there, forgetting that this one promised that he'll be eating there. And when he's about coming to this side, the first time I was like, I thought today you are spending
my
time with me. So I don't even know how they manage how to do that. Like,
because I know one person that he says that like if he gets into a relationship, like he knows himself, he's gonna cheat on his wife. But he's always been that type of a person, but he's never someone to hide it. Say, I can't hide it like my friends. Like, I'll just tell you straight up that when you now hide it, it becomes a difficult, like people are doing gymnastics to cover up this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, then for me, this question, it's like this polyamory thing. I feel it can be a new healthy way to love. And also with the problems you guys have addressed, also, it can't. But at the same time, like I said, if it's an open agreement, because I would prefer people that lack that discipline to come together and say, let's be lacking discipline together. Let them find each other.
Let demons marry themselves.
Yeah, let the demons marry each other.
Yeah, instead of hiding yourself.
Instead of hiding yourself to somebody that is disciplined and ready to put in that work for you, and you can't put in that work for that person, and then you now come and say, yes, I'll be with you for the rest, but you're already planning. In fact, when this person was your fiance, you were cheating hardcore. After you married, cheating hardcore. You said, don't worry, I'll stop in there. After you realize you cannot, and it just becomes a horrible thing. She finds out, fight. Children are watching the fight. Children are traumatized, growing up hating their parents' dynamic. Or maybe their children will now grow up to be attracted to what they grew up seeing.
Yes. Of course. The boys are going to pick up on it. There's just no way you're saying the boys didn't pick up on it. You're behaving that way. There's no way.
People should be. And also, this thing of women cannot be poly, men can be poly. See, you people should just find each other. You know, I'm serious, because actually a lot of, there's this study that I saw published. I don't know if we can link this in the description, but it showed that 20% of men admitted to being like unfaithful to their partner, and 13% of women also admitted to being unfaithful. So it's like the bracket is just 7%. Do you get? It's like, and I'm sure even some people, they just kept quiet about it. It's like it is a very evident thing. Cheating is not a gendered issue. It's a general issue. And the moment we stop seeing it like that, I think that's when things can finally start to change. Like, when we realize this is not a man issue, this is not a woman issue, this is a people issue.
Yeah,
that's it. A lot of this gender war something. It's not anything about gender. It's a people issue.
Yeah,
it's not men as scum. It's not women as scum. It's literally just
your
in
man,
this
the
world.
man you knew is a scum.
Exactly.
You're that particular person.
Yeah, it's literally just, this is a shitty world we live in. People are shitty, and you have to learn to navigate that for yourself. Don't come and carry all your frustrations on one gender. When it's actually general, because men are also receiving some, good breakfast.
They are, of course. Yeah.
So it's like
some are unlucky.
But do you think love can be equally shared among multiple partners? Like, you have multiple you can share
you're not asking me that question. You already know the answer. You said no for me, because which one is equal sharing? How are you doing it?
Possible.
No, it's not. How?
I mean, actually, think about it. I mean, but then again, is a yes, no type of situation.
Yes.
Even any form of like sharing love with multiple people, there will always be a situation of favorites. Like, even when it comes to, but there's people that can balance it. Let me put it in the scenario of like having children. Let's say some families that, let me say, there are 3 kids. Sometimes the most common situation, favorite is the last born, ignored is the middle child, then the first child is the one that carries all the this thing on their head. Do you get? It's like, but the first child is also pretty loved and admired. So it's like a situation where...
You think that's a good analogy to
I feel, some people can, it's very hard to like share love when it comes to...
There's this lady who has suitors. She said 4 of them. And these 4 suitors, she said she does not know the one to say yes to, because the 4 of them, they are just perfect for her.
You should marry all of them.
Suitors. That if it was possible, she would have married 4 of them. Yes. But now she's trying to, because this other one is good in this, and this other one is good in that, and people are we're asking her which one is that. She said, I don't know. I love the 4 of them equally. That's what I'm saying. It's possible.
No, it's not, babe. There's no way it's possible.
I mean, I personally feel, like I said, I think anything is possible in the sense of, let's put it in it's a numbers game, right? There are so many people somewhere out there in the world, even if it's 0 point something %, they've made it work. And then let's say a large amount of the time it's not going to work. Like with my children analogy, most parents can't manage to share love among their children equally. So how do you really expect a person to share love with their multiple partners equally? At the end of the day, 9 times out of 10 they will be favorites, but at the same time, let's not completely rule out the possibility that it may work.
Like I said, this is a human issue, there's no way there are no conditions attached to this love. that you are sharing.
I mean, even
But-
in
And you're
generally,
expecting that. I think people are just not thinking clearly about these things.
Yeah.
You're expecting that, oh, one man should give me everything.
yeah,
It's not possible. And so because you can't be content that this one is not giving you everything, so you're now going to go and look for the one that will balance up what this one is not
Yeah.
giving you. And so by the time you're done, you have ended up with maybe at least 10 men because this one may not have money, but he has good character. He's presentable. This one always dresses sharp. The English.
this one is good
On
for
point.
artists.
The set of teeth.
Yes, you know,
When he's-
on point. It's like when one of my lecturers told me, he said, I said, but you're married. He said, yes, but he wants a girl that he will be going out with. You know, when he sits out with his friends. So your wife is not good for you to sit out with your friends.
Actually,
No, that's been where the issues of polygamy.
A lot of men are
falls in,
embarrassed
because
of their wives.
They are not. You are confused. Different options. This one is here. Even with guys, will tell you this particular babe. This one is fair, and I
Yeah.
love fair girls. This one can cook.
Yeah.
This fair one can cook, and this one
one
that can
is
cook
homely.
is dark, and she's homely. This other one is tall, and you know I love tall girls. This fair one is not tall, and this other one is tall. And with that, you will not find it
crazy.
difficult to settle
It's
on.
crazy.
This one can wash clothes. The one that can cook can wash clothes.
And so you
So
will
with
now
that,
be
you
doing
have
hide and seek up and down. So
Tumbo. Like
So-
if you do something like that.
So that means that, you know, even though many Nigerian men have, you know, multiple sexual partners, a good number of them, let's say, I don't know what the statistics are like, but I'm sure it should be up to 60 out of 100. It's probably more, you know, but they demand monogamy from their wives. No man expects their wives to. They don't expect. They will never expect it.
Yeah.
That even though I have side chicks, my wife probably aware. Sometimes some wives even know. Yeah, you know that there are wives who are aware of their husband's
Husband's
side
side
chicks.
stuff.
They just say, as long as you allow him come back home, when you are done with him, just return
take
him
care of
for-
his children.
You know, and he takes care of his children. He's free to do what he wants. But you know that man does not expect his wife to have
And
anything doing with another man.
Because, okay, do you know what they do think? They say that for men it's different. That if a man cheats on a woman, he might likely still love the wife. But when a woman is cheating on a man, that the reverse is the case. That when a woman cheats, she
Yeah,
attaches
she's falling out of
feelings
love with the husband.
for yes. That she attach feelings to the person she's cheating.
yeah. It's
So that's just the ideology.
I mean, then again, it's like, even if you have to understand this cheating thing is not even about the cheating per se. It's the total disregard. Like I said, a lot of men, Nigerian men, they don't actually love their wives. You know, this whole demanding monogamy but not being able to be monogamous. It's like, they chose their wife most likely because she was the best option. Like, this is
Available
that
at the
time.
time.
That time.
this is just the wife.
Yeah.
This is the wife. That's literally, it's not because he's in love with her or anything.
Or even the mother of
Because
the children.
if you're in love with someone and you know very well like your actions are going to hurt them, you will not do that thing.
Definitely.
Like I said, love is something, it's hard work. You don't just go into it and just say, it's actually hard work. It's not anything about your feelings. Anyone can feel anything.
You know, there's a factor that we're missing out on. I think that even when a man, like you just said, if you truly love a woman, there's that level of respect
Yes.
or concern for how they feel with
Yeah.
every decision you take. But I think there's one of the factors we're missing out on is the fact that a man needs to there's a factor, like a spiritual factor, the God factor.
Yeah.
You know, when someone is not here, you know, like we're talking now, we can just be good, we can behave well. But as soon as I'm not here, you get to see your true colors. So now you can make up your mind, should I go ahead and do that thing? My wife is not here.
Yeah.
You know, my wife is not here. Of course, she's not there. She's probably not going to know even after you're done. But there's something else that holds you back. And that's that God factor I'm talking about. That's the only thing I think.
God-fearing?
Yes.
I don't
people
feel it's just about even being God-fearing. Also, like, generally, I feel all of us, we have a conscience. Like,
Yeah.
whether you believe in
And
God or not.
yeah.
And the origin is God, but it's general to know that, like, it exists within everybody. Like, before you do something, there's something that will gnaw at the back of your mind, asking you whether this thing is something that's good to do or not. You don't just
and
fall
sometimes it's
into
not
it.
even about your partner self.
Yeah.
For
it's
me,
not
I
even
even
about
think
your
one of
partner.
the reasons there is to avoid a woman bringing in another seed into your house. Because as a man, if you're out there, maybe mistakenly you impregnate a lady, that's still your seed. But when a woman is open to cheating and she goes out and she's pregnant, you might not even be the father.
Yeah.
And you end up, caring for someone else's child.
I mean,
So-
it's the same thing, even if it's in a polygamous situation. Like, you can be sleeping with your second wife, but your second wife might be sleeping with another man. You still not know unless you do DNA test. True.
Yes,
It's not.
It has become a bit popular now.
It's
There's
very
this
common now.
judge that judges this case, and then they will bring paternity test and
They'll be like, you are
and
not
find
the
out
father
that
of
you are
the
not
child.
the father of all of your children,
And it can
and
be so
men will be
heartbreaking.
crying out. I mean, like,
Yeah, but like this men demanding this monogamy, but not actually being able to keep up to the end of that deal. It's like they know how it is to be treated on. It's a form of disrespect, it's a form of disregard, whether anything or not. They don't like that. So it's like, you know how it feels. You don't want to experience it. Why are you so wicked, and why are you so willing
putting
to
another
give
person
that
through it.
experience to someone you claim to
care
love?
about, yes.
Claiming like a fool. Like, I don't understand it. It's very annoying. I hate it. Every single time a guy opens his dirty mouth to tell me I love you, it disgusts me. What are you
feel like
telling
using
me?
your 5
Do
fingers.
you even know what you're saying? Do you know what you're saying? Have you read Corinthians? Love is patient, love is kind, love is not boastful. Like, there are so many things there that you can never in a million years categorize yourself in that basic definition of love, and you have the mind to open your mouth and tell me that shit. Are you okay?
Okay, that's a personal something.
But between an emotional cheating and physical cheating, which do you think is more dangerous?
I mean, they are both bad. They are both horrible. It's like they all have their downs. You know, when you cheat on someone emotionally, it's like you made a decision to be with someone and you're deciding to those things you reserved for that person, you're sharing
giving
it to someone else.
yes.
And whether that's just the sexual part or the emotional intimacy you guys share, it's like both are bad. Both are
Yes,
bad.
yeah,
And it's
equally
like
terrible.
the time you can be using to spend with your partner, you're using it to go and be sleeping with some hoe. Do you get? It's like at the same time, even if it's just you feel that it's like it takes a lot of effort to hide these things. Even this girl that you're probably cheating with, you have to maybe take her out, buy her things. And there are some people that they're in bad financial situations or not the
And
best.
they're ready
and they're
to
now
spend that money on
like
someone else.
they will not give their wife
Never.
They will not give their wife like 10K, but they are paying 50K for a night
That's
for
why
someone, a
material
complete
now. She needs to
stranger.
hustle for the money.
Do you
herself.
get? It's like it's very, very sad, and there is no situation, there is no circumstance that it's justified.
Well, I think
whether you're a man or a woman, like emotional or physical cheating is wrong.
Yeah, I think physical cheating is also bad in the sense that imagine your husband going out to bring HIV for you in the house. You're just on your own like this, and the man step out there and brings in something, HIV, because he went there and had an unprotected sex.
It's like STDs exist for a reason.
Seriously. Or maybe his side chick is a machine. And you're just your normal self.
Which one is machine? Because I just said machine. I'm like, I'm actually
Like mad. I don't know, someone that has this what would I be? I'm trying to see the correct word there. Sexually
libido or something.
she's a very high one, yes.
Yeah. And
She's
so
a
she's
machine.
everywhere.
So and you are just your normal self.
Okay.
And then he step out there, and when he comes back, he expects
And you think
to
you are
match,
faithful, yeah?
to
Even
match
to the
that
side chick.
Jesus Christ, to match that high, to give those different styles he got from the machine out there. And you guys just and with that, you know, the man, if you don't give him those
styles,
he might feel you are not good enough.
Okay.
But not forgetting that he met you as the good girl that you were, or just the normal girl. Whereby this one has gotten so many experiences from different men, the tall, the short, the big, the small. Then you that you're just in your room with just your husband and your children, you expect you to give him the front, back, side, up and down. So
So
That's
you are
the-
saying the physical is way more dangerous than
It's
emotional.
dangerous, seriously.
Yeah, because
It is.
anything that is physical,
Yeah.
so
That physical distance, when she said that HIV, I know this story of this one like guy, like he he got infected, and I think there's something that may happen a lot of times, and he's not been sleeping with his wife for a while. All of a sudden he wants to sleep with her because he wanted her to get it, and then now
then he can
blame,
say
so he can say, oh, you
both
were
of them.
outside, you
Oh,
were doing all this and you're
Imagine.
giving it to me. But she was like, no, this is too strange, and
That's
what
witchcraft.
led to the end of that.
Wow.
As witchcraft, because you went out there, you got the disease, and now you expect your wife to also share. But when you were enjoying it, she was at home with babies.
At home, closing her legs very tight.
Closing her legs very tight, and you are there opening your own eyes. So
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy, though.
Yeah.
Very.
So so you think that do you think that Nigerian women would embrace polygamy if it came with equal, freedom to have multiple? Do you think that?
I think
that
so.
I mean, like I said before, if we lived in a world where we're not constricted by culture and religion, people would be a lot more open to a lot more things. You get like another thing that would stop a man from polyamory is just the stigma around a woman being with more than one partners, like different things, like how this thing will lose, all those different kinds of talks, all those things. And even them, their guys probably not respect them. They're being with someone that is doing like this, It's like there are just so many societal things that kind of stop people. I feel like if those barriers didn't exist, like I said already, things like that happening in the West, things like that are happening in other cultures. Do you get? So if those cultural distance, I feel very well people would be open to things.
Even now in Nigeria, women are definitely doing it, but not openly.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are.
I know of a
You
friend
say
who
they are.
They are. It will shock you what these married women are up to.
said when he went
really?
in a certain state, that when it's 8 or 9 p.m., they will hear knock at the door. When they open, a woman well covered.
Yeah,
She will
with
look at you.
hijab or something.
Yeah, she look at you, and you know what that means. If you want her to come in, you open the door. If you don't want, you just say no. And they are like doing that. So, and they just know that I'm community or
paying?
society paying. Society frowns at that.
Yes.
And that's why. So if it's now open, that's market too. Women would definitely do it more than men.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's like you said, you don't know what these married women are up to. Like I'm sure they have group chats, they have organization, or in fact they even try and tell other married women, your husband has done you like this, follow us
Wow.
and cheat.
Really?
Follow us and cheat. I'm serious. Like you wouldn't know these communities exist until like you kind of open, like, let me say, your dirty laundry to people, a friend or a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
They'll now like
invite you.
They'll invite you, they'll connect. You say, see how your husband is suffering you. You see, there's this guy, his name is this. They will even like, and all of them. They will even have group name. All of them, they are doing this
men
thing.
have cheated them a whole lot.
And they should follow in
now,
and become the thing they hate.
It's just like maybe an animal being caged, and this one is outside flexing. When you finally open the cage, this animal here
Run wild.
Jesus Christ, as in Jesus, what,
Say that Jesus Christ.
than the one flexing out there.
Yeah.
So now imagine opening that platform for women. They will definitely do more.
Yeah.
Because they've been caged.
The way you are saying do more. Like it's one big project. Because why you saying it like that?
No, like they definitely will. They definitely will.
I will not do.
Well, most of them, Sha. Except for, we have women that have the fear of God in them.
Yeah.
But there are others that are not doing because the society, the family.
Yes. Okay, so you think there are more people who are not doing it because of that stigma that is associated with
Seriously, you think most of these married women moving out, they are not crushing on guys, or like they'll just sit on and say, even though they're married, this is my spec.
Wow.
But they know if they should do something. This is my you just know that if they should do something with this, that might be the end of the marriage. And if going back to your parents' house, they come to realize it's because of infidelity. the stigmatization will be there for long. Your parents might even disown you.
Yeah.
Because you're not even doing well. You're not speaking well for the family. So if it's something that generally accepted, most married women, like most of them will, except from those that have the fear of God in them and conscience.
Conscience.
Yeah.
I mean, another question I would like to say is really similar to hers. It's like, if polygamy is widely accepted for men in Nigeria, or because of that, should polygamy or polyandry also be normalized for women?
That's almost the same.
Yeah, but like this is like
though.
asking, should it be?
Yeah.
No, now which one is well? Which one is well? What is well?
Like suspect.
I was gonna say, but I'm not around yet.
Okay.
No, I don't think it should be. You
I
know,
mean, yeah.
I personally feel, there's something that we used to say. You know, someone does a thing, you know, and then you want to retaliate by
Even
doing
if
the
you're not
same
even
thing. And then, you know, what you do is you're doing these things with your body.
Yeah.
So I often wonder, how do people cope? You know, you're here, the next minute you're here, you're not even bothered about the persons you are
History,
everywhere with.
like
You don't know their
Because
history, you
these guys,
don't
some of them,
know
they come with
nothing.
different spirit.
Yes.
Just
Imagine now
spirit,
having an
like-
affair with a thief. That blood is in you, and you
Yeah.
end up stealing. Like, you don't even know where it's coming from. Before
You know,
I mean,
I knew someone, we used to work together, and then this guy would just be everywhere. So he would enter this one's inbox as co-workers. Enter this one's inbox and try to see if we can get them to sleep with him. Finally came to my inbox. I said, this thing you are doing, does it used to work like this? He said, they work so. So I'm like, how do you do it? How do you make women sleep with you like that? You know, just have a chat. He was just giving me gist of different times he's had chats with women. Just met someone for the first time and they're chatting, and the next moment, we've gotten a room.
the clothes that's removed.
And I'm like, no, it shouldn't be. I mean, I can't even understand. I can't wrap my head
What
around
if
it.
this
I
man is a
sincerely
man
cannot.
What if she's a man?
I sincerely cannot. I think
And you end up losing your
it's
destiny.
a real.
Because of pleasure.
I really feel like I'm a very big believer of like, you kind of make your own reality in the terms of like how you think and the state of your mind. Like, even if she's a mermaid or whatever, if you don't subscribe to those types of mindsets, it actually can't really affect you. But still, there's how the world works to dish back what you served.
Yeah, of course.
That's how it is.
Of course.
So it's like, and what my own personal opinion, I feel it shouldn't even really be. I don't want it to be a thing. I don't want polyandry, polygamy to be a thing anymore. But at the same time, I'm very of the opinion that like I said, let the devils, the demons,
Let them just be open about
every person that
about
lacks
their identities.
Yeah, every person that lacks that discipline, I feel that's what I want. That's a perfect word for me.
Yes.
People that lack that discipline should just find each other, be in their polycule. Let them just,
Let them create a WhatsApp
community
group of undisciplined,
Or everybody just
undisciplined people.
It's like, and then let them leave the people that want to
that
make
want
things
to
work,
be
that want to
faithful.
put in the hard work to be with someone. That's my own. It's like, I don't want it to be a thing, but at the same time, if you completely remove the option of polyandry and polygamy, they will end up being in relationships with people that want long term and like dirtying their own kitchen,
Staining their whites.
But I think men can as well stop this polygamy of a thing. Men, they can
I
stop
said
this
that's what I'm
polygamy
saying.
of a
Like,
thing.
I want it to
So
stop
at least
totally.
peace can reign everywhere.
No, the thing is that most people are not
woman.
willing to take what they are dishing, you know.
Yeah.
So nobody wants, of course, no man wants to be free to move around with different women and then comes back and then the wife is on the bed with one small boy and it's like, okay, honey, excuse me, I just came back. Let me wait in the parlor.
One of my friends said, he said, the reason why men are doing this is because women are plenty. And women, we are not plenty.
Okay, they are helping the
That argument is very stupid. If I should bring my phone now, there's one woman like that. pisses me off every time I see her. She'll come online and she turns off her comments because she knows what she's saying is bullshit and everybody will disagree with her. She's an Islam woman, hijabi and everything. She'll come, she'll be like, whenever I meet a female friend, and they're single, I go and ask my husband if he can marry her because she's such a good woman. She deserves a husband. That there are more women in this world than there are men, but like it's so untrue because if you even Google the statistics, there are. If you even Google, like a quick Google search will disprove it. You find out that there are actually more men than women. Like at this current year. At this current, like worldwide, I'm not talking about like Nigeria. I feel like for Nigeria, I feel like there are more women because in my school, every school I've gone to, girls are always more than boys everywhere I go. So it's like, but still, the statistic or the general statistic, there are more men on earth than there are women. The small ratio, but it is
so
true.
how did that story come out that the men are trying to help the world?
I mean, it's a story
by helping the world.
It's a simple thing to
by
cook
gathering women to themselves.
It's a simple thing to cook. It's a simple fake logic you can just create. Do you get to make? Because people will create any form of justification for any bad behavior that they're having.
You're right about that.
It's like, what's the sharpest? What's the closest? Okay, it's true. Women are plenty. We need to gather them. But like, if that was the truth, if that was the truth, why is it that throughout history, a lot of men, if they are in a bigger position of power, they'll take someone's wife? But apparently, it's because there are more women. Meanwhile, the women that are single are not enough for you. You want to take someone's
that
wife
person's wife so that the man himself can get another. I will help another lady out.
Yeah, so help her from a desperate situation.
All right, so I think that actually brings us to
the end
of this discussion. We had a beautiful time just talking about this. I think monogamy is not outdated.
Yeah.
Sincerely, I don't feel it's outdated.
Actually,
I think it's actually the best practice. If you ask me, it's safer. It's safer. There's nobody's questioning anybody. Nobody's looking for DNA tests.
It's not because that, in my opinion, it's
healthier.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
It's a beautiful thing
to be committed to one person. Yeah.
Like you're really deciding, I am going against my human nature. I am going against everything that will stop me because I love this person and I'm sacrificing everything to be with this one person for the rest of my life. That's gorgeous. That's
that's love. That's love. So and so thank you so much for staying with us. Please do not forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and of course drop your comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Bye.
Bye.